Hello everyone, for today's video I have a female Burcol character build. If you guys have any moveset theme suggestions or character suggestions, please feel free to leave them in your comments and the best ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you are new to the channel, then I would highly encourage you to subscribe, as that actually really does help the channel out quite a lot. As you can see right here, I'm just going over how I made the character. So in the end, I did decide to use a total of 3 different outfits. As you can see right here, I'm using the default Time Patroller outfit, and the only reason being is because it looks very similar to my Ultra Tenkaichi Burcol character. And of course I did decide to use the black, white and red pilot suit outfit, which, you know, that's just what I wear in Xenoverse. And I did decide to wear the white and gold pilot outfit. Now I did decide to just use my main moveset for this video, so for my 2 ultimates I have Final Kamehameha and Mystic Flash, Super Saiyan as my transformation, Hyper Movement as my evasive, and for my supers I have Shining Slash, Super Mad Dance, After Image, and Do or Die. But that's enough rambling. As we go on to the first fight, my opponent has picked his Frieza as character, and he's running Super Key Explosion and, interestingly enough, Special Beam Cannon, which you just don't see that being used that often now, despite it being one of the most iconic attacks in the series, and it's actually a pretty good ultimate attack. It only takes 3 bars of ki to use, it's pretty fast, and because it's not being used that often now online, I think people seem to forget that you can't block it. Oh, and very quickly, everyone, including myself, is set to level 50 because I am playing with limitations on in player match, because, well, this is the new character and I'm just not going to spend the time to level her up, so there's that. Like I was saying, he's also running Super Key Explosion, and right here, like, even though I use the evasive, and I do think lag plays a bit of an issue in this fight, because you saw a little bit ago I went for the stamina break, it hit him but it didn't register, so that does suck, but there's nothing I can do better now, so let's move on. But yeah, Super Key Explosion is absolutely devastating, especially given I only have 5 bars of stamina at max, so I do need to be really careful there. I don't think he goes for it again in this fight, so that does, yeah, that's really good for me, even though right now he has max ki. But right here, I go for Do or Die, expecting him to dash into me or to rush into me, and he did, but he stopped himself at the last moment and flew away, so fair play there. I vanish here and I go for the stamina reset because, let's be fair, I need to. I only have 5 bars of stamina, so I do need to really manage my stamina like the best I've ever done, because again I've only got 5 bars. But he goes for Special Beam Cannon there, well, a little bit ago, and he completely missed me, so that's good news for me. He vanishes there, and something I noticed about this guy was that I wouldn't necessarily say, well, I mean it depends, like he does vanish a lot, like a hell of a lot, and I do believe I've used this example before, but when people play like that, I mean yes, it does recover some stamina or ki or whatever, but it's like that scene from Indiana Jones when that guy is like using all those swords to try and be flashy, and Indiana Jones just gets a gun out and shoots him. It's like, you're making it hard for yourself. I mean yes, you're going to get some tiny advantage, but I mean right here, I hit him with a Mystic Flash, like that sucks for him. So yeah, a very fun and intense first fight. Let's move on to the second battle with Female Burcol. First time my opponent picks Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which again you just don't see him used anymore, and I am using the Time Patroller default outfit, and I really do love the colours on it. So Vegeta's got Final Flash and Final Shine attack, so you can see right here he's got a ton of ki, so if I just make sure I beat him before he has max ki, then I should be fine, because if he breaks my stamina while he has max ki, he could potentially finish me off with Final Shine attack. So here I go for Super Saiyan 3, and that sends him flying away. And now I have my back towards him, and I was thinking right here, Mystic Flash, because if he's going to dash into me while my back's towards him, then it's going to hit him full on, and he couldn't do anything about that, because he's only just recovered 2 bars of stamina, so he wouldn't be able to vanish or use his evasive to get out of it, even if he wanted to, which I'm sure he did. But I did decide to drop out of Super Saiyan 3, so that way I have some ki recovery, because in Super Saiyan 3, I've said this a billion times before, you pretty much have no ki recovery. I mean yes, you do have ki recovery in some regard, but it might as well be non-existent because you regenerate a tiny bit of it. But here he goes for Final Flash, and I'm happy he did, because if he hits me with Final Shine attack right now, I don't think he'll finish me off, so I'm happy he used that. I go for Super Saiyan 3 here because I'm thinking I should be able to finish him off now, no problem, and yes I can, because he just went for the Final Flash after the clash. I have more than enough time to use the Harmon Dash to break his guard. I send him flying away here, and I hit him with a bit of a combo, and I go for Final Kamehameha, and that's going to finish him off. So, fun second fight to warm up to, like in this video I guess. Let's move on to the next battle for this video. So my opponent this time is also running Final Kamehameha, and also Warp Kamehameha. So that's interesting because he's also running Dragon Burn as his evasive, and typically if someone's running Dragon Burn, you tend to see that they also run Super Ki Explosion, because that way if you trap them in Dragon Burn and then hit them with Super Ki Explosion, they will have to use their stamina to use their evasive, if of course they have enough stamina to do so. And I do believe in a moment he goes for Super Vegeta 1 or 2, I'm not too sure. I think it's Super Vegeta 2, so that does tell me that yes, he actually is a Ki based player. So here I also got for Super Saiyan 3, and I have no idea how he vanished behind me. Like, if he'd used the homing dash, then that would have broken my god, but as you saw, he actually went for the heavy smash to break my god that way, so I have no idea what the hell happened there. But he made a massive mistake by going for the warp Kamehameha, because, I mean, I had enough Ki to use aftermath to protect myself, and I did hit him with some of the Mystic Flash. So right here, he goes for the Dragon Burn and goes for the Sledgehammer basic attack, you know, like as you just saw. So I thought that was very cool. He hits me down here, and he goes for the basic Rush Volley. And in a moment we're going to clash, and that's brilliant because that's going to give me quite a bit of Ki, so I can go for Mystic Flash again if I want to. But I do decide to go for a very quick Shining Slash, then I try and follow it up by going for the Super Mad Dance, expecting him to rush into me, but as you saw he didn't. He goes for the Dragon Burn there, I saw it coming but it still hit me, and I saw he just went for the Super God Fist, so I know he's going to go for it again in a moment, and I believe he does. Like, I go for Shining Slash again there, fully charged, so it warps, and I send him flying down here, and he goes for another Dragon Burn. So I'm thinking, well, like, he's used that 3 times so far in this match with no real reason, so I'm thinking, well, why is he using that? I don't know. Maybe he wants to go for the Big Bang Kamehameha, the warp version, or Super God Fist, I don't know. But his stamina has recovered now, and he goes for another Dragon Burn, and I just don't know why. I mean, he didn't do anything with it, so I just don't know what the hell I was thinking there. But here, I break his guard again, I lock off, I go behind him, turn around, and I go for Mystic Flash. A very cocky way to finish, but I just thought it looked very cool, and it's kind of funny. So that being said, very fun fight, let's move into the next battle for this video. So this time my opponent has picked Super Gogeta, and I don't know why this is, but I tend to have a few problems when someone picks him because, I mean, actually I'm not entirely sure why. I know he's a very strong character in general. I mean, just look at his stamina, like he's got quite a lot of it. Like, I don't even think my main Burcol character has that much stamina, but whatever. But I did go for the Ki Blast cancel at the very start, and that didn't really do too much to him, so that sucks for me. I mean, right now I have just under half, well, I have just over half my stamina now, but again, I've only got 5 bars, and that's the real, but that's the biggest thing that sucks here, because I barely have any stamina to begin with. And against a character like Gogeta, who has like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, what, 12 bars of stamina, I'm not too sure, like, I'm just trying to count it at a glance, like, 10, 11, 12 bars of stamina. I'm in quite a bit of trouble. Like, we have roughly the same amount of Ki and health, I'd say. But yeah, the point I'm trying to get at is that stamina is extremely important, especially against someone who's playing as a character such as Gogeta, who has quite a lot of it. So in a moment, I do believe we're going to another clash, and I do try to trick him after this because I do get quite a bit of Ki recovered. I locked off, but I did try locking off and turning around because I was expecting him to try and dash into me, but no, he went for the Punisher drive, and I did catch him with the Mystic Flash at the very end. Here I vanished, and I don't really know why. I mean, yes, I do go for stamina reset, but for some reason I thought that he was maybe going to go for the Soul Punisher, but no, maybe a bit of a mistake on my end, but it did kind of work out because now I do have my stamina recovered, so I guess it worked out. Here he goes for the Super Kamehameha as I go for the Do or Die. I go for the Hyper Movement evasive. That breaks his guard. I do get hit with some of the Super Kamehameha, but oh well. So now I'm thinking, okay, I have just over 1 bar stamina and his is still recovering, so I need to finish him off before his stamina recovers. If not, then I'm going to be a bit screwed, but you can see, like right here, he vanished as soon as his stamina did recover, and he vanished again when I hit him with the Mystic Flash. So, although he just got a stamina reset, not a very easy one, but he still did get his stamina recharged, I've made him use almost all of it at the moment. So I try and go for a stamina reset myself because, well, I did kind of mess up here because I was thinking maybe I could go for the swing kick, but I locked off for some reason. But he goes for another Super Kamehameha right there. I used After Image to protect myself again, so that's pretty much the reason why I use After Image now. He tried to go for the Soul Punisher there, or the Punisher drive, whatever it's called. He goes for it again here, I'm just blocking, and I do get hit with it at the very end, so I have to vanish there. I locked off and go for Mystic Flash, and it does hit him a little bit. So you can see right now, it is pretty close. He has only a tiny bit of stamina, well, sorry, a tiny bit of health, so it's just so close I'm getting my words mixed up. So anything here will finish him off. If I hit him with Shining Slash, even like the first, you know, strike of it without charging it up, that should finish him off, but I did rush into him after doing Do or Die. Thankfully, that finished him off. Super Gogeta is just a beast of a character, like god damn. So going into the next battle for this video, my opponent this time, I think that was the Full Power Energy Wave Volley. I think, I'm not too sure, maybe in the Wave version, but whatever, they're both pretty much the same. and he's also running final Kamehameha. So that is something, like, if he hits me with it, I need to then hit him with it as well, just to prove, like, no, this is how you use it. But yeah, that's just me being maybe a little petty, I don't know, whatever. So something I have noticed about this guy is that he's going to try and rush into me quite a lot to get a free hit. So maybe you could consider that some perfect block practice, I don't know, whatever. But there he does go for the full power energy volley, so it's not the wave, it's actually the volley version. I go for hyper movement, it hits him but it doesn't register and it doesn't break his guard, so that's stuck for me. But I did use the stamina break, and then I followed up with the final Kamehameha. And right now I have a decent lead over him. Now his stamina will recover in a moment. He goes for potential unleashed there, which, I mean, yes, that's probably one of the best transformations in the game. He goes for a final Kamehameha there himself, and I did break his guard but it still hit me with some of the lag, so that really does suck. But I do believe I finished him off here because I have broken his guard again. No, actually no. When his stamina recovers, it's going to vanish. I go for Super Saiyan 3, and I thought for a moment I was going to wait until his stamina recovered to vanish, then went for Mystic Flash, but no, I got for it there. So very nice. I think I used Super Saiyan 3 at the right time there. Like, that was just perfect. So going to the final fight against this guy, and the final fight for this video. I believe he's running the same preset. I picked the World Tournament stage. He vanished there. I try and go for the back hit, but he backsteps and dashes away. But right here, he's dashing again. So he sends me flying away here, follows it up, teleports. So I'm just looking, like, I've not used any of my stamina at the moment. I think I vanished here, yes, I vanished there. But he's used, like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 bars of his own stamina. I mean, you know, you need to manage it properly. But he's kind of just doing the same thing on me. Now, he's also running a very, I guess to some degree, a very underrated attack, which is Meteor Crash. And, well, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but we'll see how effective that is later on. But as you just saw, I went for Super Saiyan 2 rather than waiting until I had enough ki to go for Super Saiyan 3, because I think if I go SSJ 3 at this point in the fight, it's not going to really, you know, benefit me, because again, I have pretty much no stamina to begin with. So I just think at the moment it's worth kind of conserving my ki. I mean, he's doing the same thing on me, but I mean, it must be working because he has, like, what? Well, now he has like half a bar of more health than me, so I guess it might be working. I go for Mystic Flash there, no idea why, that really is going to mess me up. But I go for the swing kick here, and I tried to go for the stamina break, but I must have misclicked again and went for the heavy smash, whatever, whoops. And right here, he's just, well, he sends me flying away and goes for the full power energy volley. I go for hyper movement, and we both have, like, no stamina now, but I probably should, instead of hitting him here, like, I'll try to go for the Super Mad Dance, but it completely failed. I should probably go for stamina reset because he will probably recover before his did if I went for it fast enough, but no. I went for do or die because I think that was the best thing I could have done there. And right here, he goes for an Meteor Crash. Oh man, I am getting destroyed. Like, I think he stopped it there because he just ran out, like, he couldn't just continue it. But yeah, I mean, he did enough damage on me there just to finish me off here, so that does suck for me, but very fun fight. So that being said, thank you guys for watching the video, I really do hope you enjoyed it, and with that being said, I will see you next time.